Hello, this is Lee Cole, and I want to speak to you about some more disturbing facts in the area of liberalism. I mean, the way that these people live, the things they do, and they continuously go after people for the very things they do. And it really makes you wonder about this whole entire party in itself. And now today we're going to talk about Lindsey Boylan. And she was an ex-worker for Mario Cuomo, and she's running for borough president in Manhattan. I believe it's in Manhattan, Brooklyn, but it's out of New York. And this is Lindsey Boylan right here. And she's just made some pretty big statements. She's a progressive liberal. And to see the difference, this is another picture of her. And that's her before she decided to run for office. And this is her now that she decided to run for office. So look at that. Isn't that amazing, the difference in how people decide to change their image when they run for office? But okay, so we're going to get to Cuomo. So she's accusing Cuomo of sexual harassment while she worked there in the workplace with Cuomo. And I got this article I pulled up, and it's about big me. Okay, and let me get this article out first, and let me get rid of this picture. Okay, so right now it says big Me Too allegation against Cuomo. Will media ignore as they did Biden, Tara Reid, R. Swalwell, and Fang Fang? Ask Mark Levin. Okay, so just as you know, I did my last video was on Eric Swalwell and him having an affair with a Chinese spy. And still not much has come from that. And you don't even know if anything's going to come from that because it's the media covering up their own. Okay, and this is, as you know, the governor of New York, and he is their golden boy right now. He cannot do anything wrong. He's like the perfect, for the last couple of years, he's been the perfect guy for them. And now it's coming out that he might be up for attorney general under Biden's office. So this has come out of the bad time because Lindsey Boylan is, she is a progressive liberal. She's a Democrat. There's nothing conservative about her. She doesn't have any agenda to destroy this man. She's basically coming out and saying what happened to her. And let's get into the article. Lindsey Boylan, a former aide to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, a Democrat, a progressive liberal. Boylan has come out with serious allegations to him, accusing him of sexually harassing her for years. The accusations alone is enough to create a media firestorm if it was a Republican. Will the senior citizen killer Cuomo also get the full press treatment? Mark Levin asked that very question on Parler. And he brings up two examples of how the media ignores it when it's one of their own. Will the rest of the media ignore this allegation against Cuomo as they ignored Biden and Tara Reid, or Swalwell and Fang Fang? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so this is Lindsey Boylan, and this is her speaking on her Twitter page. My first experience of workplace sexual harassment was when my mom got her first real job after graduating from college when I was in high school. She was so excited to be taken seriously. Her boss isolated her, kissed her, and she never had that type of job again. And then we go on. Here's where she says, it was then that I learned how hard it is for women, how hard it is for the world can be when we are trying to be taken serious and help our community, how easily jerks can destroy the lives of women. And let me tell you something. She's going up against Mario Cuomo. Mario Cuomo will do everything he can to destroy her life because that's just the kind of guy he is. And so we're going to go down here to Governor Cuomo. And if I get him mixed up with his father, please excuse me because I am a New Yorker and I grew up in New York. And I remember his father, and his father was beginning of the downfall of the great state of New York. And here she says, yes, New York Governor Cuomo sexually harassed me. For years, many saw it and watched. I could never anticipate what to expect. I would be grilled at my work, which was very good, or harassed about my looks. Or would it be both in the same, or it could be both in the same conversation. It was this way for years. Not knowing what to expect, the most upsetting part aside from knowing that no one would do a damn thing even when they saw it. No one. And I know I am not the only woman. So here she is saying that she is not the only woman that has been harassed by Cuomo, by Governor Cuomo. So let's see who comes out now and talks about this, or who else has been abused. And this man is very powerful. He will destroy you. We've seen him go after her. If any, and he's a lot like Nancy Pelosi. If any reporter asks him a tough question that he does not like, he will start yelling at that reporter and saying horrible things to that reporter. And she goes, Lindsey Boylan goes, I am angry to put in this situation at all, to be put in this situation at all, that because I am a woman, I can work hard my whole life, better myself and help others, yet fall victim as countless women over generations, mostly silent. I hate that some men, like Governor Cuomo, abuse their power. There's no doubt that he abuses his power. If we remember correctly, that he is responsible for the death of thousands and thousands of senior citizens, which is being covered up by the media. And what he did is they went to the hospital cova, and then he could have sent them to the hospital boat that was given to them offshore by the federal government, or the Javits Center. All the beds were empty there. But because he had a huge donation from the companies that represent the nursing industry, he sent these people back to the nursing industry just so they can continuously get paid and not lose the money that they were getting for each one of these people. Lindsey, then she goes on, I'd be clear, I have no interest in talking to journalists. I am validating the experience of countless women, making sure the abuse stops. My worst fear is that this continues, and as FKA Twiggs said yesterday, my second worst fear is having to talk about this and relive this. Well, this is where her and I disagree. She chose to bring it up. Now, she's two things she's doing. Either she's bringing it up because she's running for borough president and she wants the publicity and she doesn't want to talk about it no more. She wants to hide from it. Or she wants to help people and really talk about what happened and come out and really go after Cuomo. So she can't have it two ways. She chose to bring it up. She chose to bring it out. So it's her duty to talk about it now. She just can't throw it out there and say, I've been sexually abused by the governor and I don't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry, you don't have that right anymore. You have a powerful position and you can come forward now and really solve the issue of Governor Cuomo, because there's a lot of really strange things with this man. You need to come out and talk about what's going on. And this is his name is Adiya Makary. I believe Lindsey Boylan. She is not the first woman to tell me that she was sexually harassed by the governor. She's simply the first brave one enough to speak publicly about it. And then she replies to him, yes, New York Governor Cuomo sexually harassed me for years. Many saw it and watched. Well, actually, this is a retweet. I could never anticipate what to expect. Would I be grilled on my work and so on? We already talked about this. And then Mark Levin ends this, but Levin's question stands. Will we see how CNN's fat, dumb, and bald guy handles this? Well, everybody knows that's the head of CNN. Well, we'll see how Ragnar Keller handles this. We'll see. And so far, it's really not been handled, but a lot of this is Lindsey Boylan's fault for saying that she doesn't want to speak on it no more. You know, how is that helping women that have been sexually abused if you do not want to speak on it anymore? You just want to run and hide. You said what you had to say, and you're going to use it for publicity now. You're going to use it because you are running against one of the most powerful people in New York, and you need some publicity. Is that what this is all about? I mean, you're always running for some type of office, so it seems like you want to get into office, whether it's the Congress or the borough presidency or something. You're always running for something. So what's it going to be? I mean, are you going to be brave enough to come forward and really talk about this? Or are you just going to leave it laying out there like this? Because there's a lot of women out there and men that get abused at work by powerful people. And they need to have someone like you come forward. Let me show you something real scary about Governor Cuomo. This is a picture of him right here when he came in to speak at one of his conferences. This man is now in his 50s, pushing, in his 60s maybe, and he's single. But look, if you look at this closely, you can see that he purposely comes in, takes his jacket off, and sits there, and you can see that he has nipple rings. The governor is purposely showing off that he has nipple rings. How demented and scary is that? How creepy is this guy? He's like his brother Fredo. The tough guy that doesn't like to be called Fredo at CNN, Chris Cuomo. I mean, this alone should automatically make people creep out. Did he do it because he wants to say, look at me, I'm 25 and I'm cool? It's just really twisted. But anyway, I just wanted you to see that picture. Okay, and then also, if we keep going on and we keep on talking about this, it's really not going to accomplish much because of the fact that we know what she has to do. She has to be brave and come forward and keep on talking about this. She cannot just leave it laying out there the way she's left it out there. Now, Cuomo's done a lot of things negative, but he's totally covered up. And now, he's covered up by the media. The media will not go after him whatsoever. And now, the even worse part is Joe Biden has been talking about making him his attorney general. Just what we need, a nipple-wearing 60-year-old governor of New York to be our attorney general. That, on top of that, sexually abuses people continuously. He's an harasser. He's going to fit right into that. They'll go after Trump for things that they really cannot prove. People will come out and say that, oh, he raped me, he did this to me, he did that to me. And it would always come out that these people were radical leftists that had agendas. But the media won't talk about their agendas either. Now we have to ask Lindsey Boylan, does she have an agenda? Or did this really happen? And to be fair, Lindsey Boylan, she originally worked for the governor in the governor's office, and she stepped down because of there was an issue with $8,000 worth of traveling being charged, traveling fees and stuff. And she decided not to fight it through the Human Resource Department. And she stepped down. And then the following day, I believe it was, she asked for her job back, but at that time it was too late. So, the governor's going to use that if he has to. So maybe this is why she doesn't want to speak about it, because she has things to hide. First of all, I believe her. I believe that she was sexually harassed. She's a very beautiful woman. And Cuomo looks like the type that has a specific type of woman that he would go after. And he's wearing nipple rings, trying to act like he's 25. Every time I say that, I just get really, really nauseous, just thinking of the fact that this man had those nipple rings on. So what do we do? And if you, this right here, this gentleman right here can quite possibly be the next attorney general and have these charges outstanding on him. They're not charges. Well, yeah, they are charges. She's making charges that he did this. And just so you see one more time, and I put that across the bottom. This is hard evidence. Lindsey Boylan, December 13th. Yes, at Governor Cuomo sexually harassed me for years. Many saw it and watched. And then she says, once again, these are her exact words. I could never anticipate what to expect. Would I be grilled at my work, which was very good, or harassed by my looks, about my looks? Then she writes, I would never anticipate what to expect, and I would be grilled. To be clear, I have no interest in talking to journalists. I am validating the experience of countless women and making sure abuse stops, she wrote in another tweet. And like I said, it's not up to you anymore. You put it out there. If you're going up against Governor Cuomo, you better be prepared to fight, because this guy's going to come after you something awful. He is a tough man. He is like Trump. He's going to come after you and he's going to fight you. So now it's up to you. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. And I just wanted to lay this out there for everybody today. And please subscribe to my station and give me a like on this video. And please pass this video around. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, everybody have a nice one. And that's it for today.